Namaste Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayati Devi Nashtaprahi Shabhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 24, the 61 explanations of the Atmaram verse, text 71. So far we studied how Mahaprabhu described each and every word of the Atmaram verse and the different meanings of it. Now the whole shloka, how it is put together. Brahma Shabder Artha Tattva Sarva Brihatat Swarupa Aishwaryakari Nahi Yarasama. The word Brahma indicates a samam bonam, the absolute truth, which is greater than all other truths. It is the original identity, and there can be nothing equal to that absolute truth. Brihatvad Brahmanat Vachacha Tad Brahma Paramam Vidu Tasmai Namaste Sarvatman Yogi Chintya Vikaravat. I offer my respectful obeisances to the Absolute Truth, the Samam Bonam. He is the all-pervasive, all-increasing subject matter for the great yogis. He is changeless, and he is the soul of all. Sai Brahma Shabde Kahe Swayam Bhagavan Advitiya Jnana Yaha Vina Nahiya. The proper meaning of the word Brahma is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is one without a second, and without whom nothing else exists. Vadanti tatta tattva vidas tattvam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagwaniti shabdyate. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth say that it is non-dual substance, non-dual knowledge, and is called impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and the personality of Godhead. Sai Advait Tattva Krishna Swayam Bhagwan Tin Kale Satyati Ho Shastra Brahma. That absolute truth without a second is Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the supreme truth in the past, present, and future. That is evidence of all revealed scriptures. Aham meva sammeva gre nanyat yat sat asat param pashyad aham eryad etatcha yo visheshet soamiyam. Prior to the cosmic creation, only I exist and no phenomena exist, either gross, subtle, or primordial. After creation, only I exist in everything, and after annihilation, only I remain eternal. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Atma Shabde Kahe Krishna Brihatva Swarupa, Sarva Vyapak Sarva Sakshi, Parama Swarup. The word Atma, self, indicates the highest truth, Krishna. He is the all-pervasive witness of all, and he is the supreme form. Atatvacha matritvad Atma hi paramo Hari. Hari, the personality of Godhead, is the all-pervading original source of everything. He is therefore the super soul of everything. This is quotation from Bhavartha Deepika. Sai Krishna Prapti Hetu Trividya Sadhan, Jnana Yoga Bhakti Tinera Prathak Lakshan. There are three ways to attain the lotus feet of the absolute truth, Krishna. There is the process of philosophical speculation, the practice of mystic yoga, and the execution of devotional service. Each of these has its different characteristics. Tin sadhane Bhagavan tin swarupe bhase, Brahma Paramatma Bhagavata Trividha Prakashe. The absolute truth is the same, but according to the process by which one understands him, he appears in three forms as Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Again, Vadanti Tattva Tattvidas. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth say that it is non-dual knowledge and is called impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and the personality of Godhead. ब्रह्म आत्मा शब्दे यदि कृष्णे रे कहाए, रूढ़ी वृत्ते निर्विशेष अंतर्यामी का. Although the words Brahm and Atma indicate Krishna, the direct meaning refers only to the impersonal Brahman and the Supersoul, respectively. ज्ञान मार्गे निर्विशेष ब्रह्म प्रकाशे, योग मार्गे अंतर्यामी स्वरूपेते. If one follows the path of philosophical speculation, but a jnana yoga, the absolute truth manifests himself as impersonal Brahman. And if one follows the path of mystic yoga, he manifests himself as a super soul. राग भक्ति विधि भक्ति है दुई रूप, स्वयं भगवत्वे प्रकाश द्वि रूप. There are two kinds of devotional activity, spontaneous and regulative. By spontaneous devotional service, one attains the original personality of Godhead Krishna. And by the regulative process, one attains the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that expansion means he attains Vaikuntha Loka. राग भक्ते व्रजे स्वयं भगवाने पाए. By executing spontaneous devotional service in Vrindavan, one attains the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Nayam sukhapo bhagavan dehinam gopika sutta, jnaninam cha atma bhutanam yatha bhakti matam iha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda, is accessible to those devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service. But he is not as easily accessible to mental speculators, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerities and penances, or to those who consider the body the same as the self. So consider the body same as self means those who are too engaged in materialistic activities. So Krishna is not accessible to them. Vidhi bhakti parashad dehe vaikuntete jai. By executing regulative devotional service, one becomes an associate of Narayan and attains the Vaikuntha Lokas, the spiritual planets in the spiritual sky. Yacha vrajanti animisham rishabhanu vritaya dure yama hi uparina sprihaniya shila bhartur mitha suyashasha kathanuraga vaiklavya bashpa kalaya pulaki kritanga. Those who discuss the activities of Lord Krishna are on the highest platform of devotional service, and they show the symptoms of tears in the eyes and bodily jubilation. Such persons discharge devotional service to Krishna without practicing the rules and regulations of the mystic yoga system. They possess all spiritual qualities and they are elevated to the Vaikuntha planets which exist above us. So this is quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. In this verse, Lord Brahma is speaking to all the demigods who feared the two asuras in Diti's womb. Lord Brahma described the Kumara's visit to Vaikuntha, and this was again explained by Maitreya, the friend of Vyasadeva, when he gave instructions to Vidura. Say upasaka hai trividha prakar, akama, mokshakam, sarvakam. The devotees are divided into three categories: Kama, desireless; Mokshakam, desiring liberation; and Sarvakam, desiring material perfection. Akama sarvakama va mokshakam udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham. One who is actually intelligent, although he may be a devotee free from material desires. A karmi desiring all kinds of material facilities, or a jnani desiring liberation, should seriously engage in bhakti yoga for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, one who is actually intelligent, whether he fits in any of these categories, he should only work for satisfying the Supreme Lord. Then all his desires, they will be taken away by Krishna. बुद्धिमान अर्थे यदि विचारज्ञ है, निज काम लागी है तबे कृष्णे रे भजाए. The meaning of the word udaradhi is buddhiman, intelligent or considerate. Because of this, even for one's own sense gratification, one engages in the devotional service of Lord Krishna. It's not pure service, but still better than serving or worshipping demigods. Bhakti vinu kona sadhana dite nare phal, sava phal deya bhakti swatantra prabal. The other processes cannot yield results unless they are associated with devotional service. Devotional service, however, is so strong and independent that it can give one all the desired results. Ajagal stan nyaye anya sadha, atev hari bhaje buddhiman cha. With the exception of devotional service, all the methods of self-realization are like the nipples on the neck of a goat. Therefore, an intelligent person adopts only devotional service, giving up all other processes of self-realization. So nipples on the neck of a goat, they won't give milk. They're just there. For whatever reason, Krishna has put that. So similarly, other processes other than devotional service, they won't give the ultimate benefit. Without devotional service, other methods of self-realization and spiritual life are useless. Other methods cannot produce good results at any time, and therefore they are compared to the nipples on the neck of a goat. These nipples cannot produce milk, although it may appear that they can. An unintelligent person cannot understand that only devotional service can elevate one to the transcendental position. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjun. Artho jigyasur jnani cha bharatarisha. Or best among the Bharats, Arjun, 4 kinds of pious men render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. This is a quotation from Bhagavad Gita. The word Sukritina is very important in this verse. Su means auspicious and Kriti means meritorious or regulated. Unless one follows the regulative principles of religious life, human life is no different from animal life. Religious life means following the principles of Varna and Ashram. In the Vishnu Puran, it is said, Varna Ashram Charvata Purushena Parapoma. Vishnu Aradhyate Pantha Nanya Tattva Shakaranam. According to religious life, society is divided into 4 social divisions: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, and 4 spiritual divisions: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanprastha, and Sannyas. One needs to be trained to become a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra, just as one is trained to become an engineer, doctor, or lawyer. Those who are properly trained can be considered human beings. If one is not trained socially and spiritually, that is, if one is uneducated and unregulated, his life is on the animal platform. Among animals, there is no question of spiritual advancement. Spiritual life can be attained by proper training, either by following the principles of Varna and Ashram, or by being directly trained in the Bhakti school by the methods of Shravanam, Kirtan, etc. Without being trained, one cannot be a Sukriti or auspicious. Persons who are Sukriti approach Krishna when in distress, like the devotee Gajendra, when in need of money, like Dhruv Maharaj, when inquisitive to understand the Supreme Being, the original source of everything, like the great sages headed by Shaunak, or when pursuing knowledge of the Absolute Truth, like Shivdev Goswami. All such persons take to the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. See, even though they approach Krishna with some other motive, some other mood, it wasn't pure devotional service, still they're considered pious and they're accepted by Krishna, and later on they took up devotional service. Artharthi dui sakama bhitare gani, jigyasu jnani dui moksha kama. Materialistic devotees take to devotional service and worship Krishna when they're distressed or in need of money. Those who are actually inquisitive to understand the supreme source of everything, and those who are in search of knowledge are called transcendentalists, for they desire liberation from all material contamination. Eichari Sukriti hai Mahabhagyava, Tattat Kamadi Chadi hai Shuddha Bhakti. Because they have a pious background, all four types of people are to be considered greatly fortunate. Such people gradually give up material desires and become pure devotees. So gradually they give up. So it's one thing then we have to understand, this is Krishna's approach, that okay, they have come to me, they're pious, and slowly, they'll give up material desires. Many times we see devotees or preachers when they become fanatic and they start chastising people that, oh, you have so many material desires and this and that. Only thing we should be focusing on is our bhakti or engaging others in devotion service. Whatever material desires anybody has, there's nothing wrong. Oh yeah, okay, so it's not pure devotion service, but there's nothing wrong with it. And slowly, Krishna will take that away. It's like me saying to somebody, why you have material? I have so many material desires myself in my heart. So how can I say something like that to somebody who has desires? So our only focus should be to engage people in bhakti. Slowly, everybody makes progress. Sadhu Sangha Kripa Kimva Krishnera Kripa Kamadi Du Sangha Chadi Shuddha Bhakti Pai. One is elevated to the platform of devotional service by the mercy of a Vaishnava, the bona fide spiritual master, and by the special mercy of Krishna. On that platform, one gives up all material desires and the association of unwanted people. Thus, one is elevated to the platform of pure devotional service. See, so one automatically gives up slowly. Satasangana mukta dusango hatun no utsahate buddha. Kirtyamanam yasho yasya sakrida akaranya rochana. The intelligent who have understood the Supreme Lord in the association of pure devotees and have become free from bad materialistic association can never avoid hearing the glories of the Lord, even though they have heard them only once. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. All the members of the Kuru dynasty offered respects when Krishna was leaving Hastinapur after the battle of Kurukshetra. Krishna was going to his own kingdom, Dwarka, and all the members of the Kuru dynasty were overwhelmed by his departure. This verse was spoken in that connection by Suta Goswami. A pure devotee becomes attached to Krishna by hearing the Lord's glories. The Lord's glories and the Lord himself are identical. One has to be qualified to understand this absolute truth. Therefore, one should be given a chance to associate with the pure devotee. Our Krishna consciousness movement is meant for this purpose. We want to create pure devotees so that other people will benefit by their association. In this way, the number of pure devotees increases. Professional preachers cannot create pure devotees. There are many professional preachers of Srimad Bhagavatam who read this work to earn their livelihood. However, they cannot convert materialistic people to devotional service. Only a pure devotee can convert others to pure devotional service. It is therefore important for all the preachers in our Krishna consciousness movement to first become pure devotees and follow the regulative principles, refraining from illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. They should regularly chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on their beads, follow the devotional process, rise early in the morning, attend Mangala Aarti and recite Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita regularly. In this way, one can become purified and free from all material contamination. So that's a pure devotee. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevnam bhakti ruchyate. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all one's senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, means sarva upadhi vinirmukta, all the upadhis. Actually, we are stuck with so many upadhis. I'm engineer, I'm doctor, I'm CEO, I'm businessman, I'm a woman, I'm Indian and American. These are all upadhis, titles. And bigger the title, more attachment is there. So we need to get free from that. Not that we need to give up all these titles, just free from all these titles. I'm nothing. I'm servant of Krishna. That's what Maharaj Pratap Rudra told Mahaprabhu. Who am I? Who Mahaprabhu asked, who are you? Gopi Bhartur Pad Kamaleor Das Das Das. Gopi Bhartur means Krishna, but Gopi Bhartur means in that mood. Pad Kamaleor, those who are serving his lotus feet. I'm servant of servant of servant. Our duties are different, but our attachment to those designations, that's a problem. And then Tat Paratvena Nirmalam, of course, that will become free. And Rishikena Rishikesha Sevnam Bhakti. And one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. To make a show of devotional service will not help us. One must be a pure devotee, following the devotional process. Then one can convert others to devotional service. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu practiced devotional service and preached, Apani achari bhakti karila prachar. If a preacher behaves properly in devotional service, he will be able to convert others. Otherwise, his preaching will have no effect. So then one can preach. First one becomes a pure devotee, or one starts preaching, understanding I'm not a pure devotee, and then expecting the mercy of Krishna, mercy of Prabhupada to help in preaching. And slowly, then he purifies. He gets purified. But this is the process. There is no other process. Okay, I guess I can stop here and see anybody has any questions or comments.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice class.
Thank you, Madhya. अभी थोड़ा टेक्निकल चलेगा ये पूरा चैप्टर भी
थोड़ा सा है, बट अच्छा है प्रभु जी, जो भी है ना, मतलब बड़ी बहुत अच्छे से लाभ करके बता रहे हैं हर चीज को ना, दैट वर्ड बाय वर्ड गुड, अच्छा है।
चलो, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.
हरे कृष्णा, थैंक यू,
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Ram.
हरे कृष्णा, जय श्री राम।